Hello, I'm Paul Barry. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, we have a special one-hour witness program for you. It's about 10 young people, all from broken families, who go on the most incredible journey of their lives.
This is the toughest physical activity you'll ever have done in your life so far.
I've already quit enough, I may as well try.
Go hard or go home.
Get up off your ass now!
There are going to be times when you're going to have massive self-doubt as to whether you can make it.
Charlie's an arsehole.
This is about bloody leadership and bloody teamwork.
I have a personal belief that you only get strength out of adversity.
Conservative politicians like Richard Court in Western Australia have been telling us for years we have to do something drastic with young Australians to get them motivated, like introducing compulsory national service or sending them to boot camp. Give them a good kick up the backside runs the thinking. Well, there's one man who's pushing this idea to the extreme in his quest to help young people overcome the trauma of broken families and high unemployment. New South Wales MP Charlie Lynn took 10 troubled kids and put them through the kinds of challenges which faced the diggers on the Kokoda track. Mud, sweat and tears, a 120-kilometre odyssey. And a witness team scrambled along beside them to catch every tear and every drop of sweat on camera.
My name's April, and with my friends, I'm about to go through the toughest 10 days of my life. And this is Charlie Lynn.
Everybody in?
He's doing an experiment, and we're his little guinea pigs.
The two young ones from the village were taken last week in this creek by a crocodile. We've got to get across the water as quickly as possible.
Charlie just wants to scare us, and it's working.
By the time they work it out, we'll be over the other side. Now, what we're going to have to do is to cross the river as a group. It'll be about waist deep.
It's only day one, and Charlie's lying to us already. There's no crocs in here, and our lives are in this man's hands for the next 10 days.
Right up to the top, keep on going!
This is the toughest physical activity you'll ever have done in your life so far. It's going to take everything you've got. There are going to be times when you're going to have massive self-doubt as to whether you can make it. I have a personal belief that you only get strength out of adversity. If you've never conquered adversity, you're never confident that you'll be able to do it when it does arrive. I can do it.
She said she loved me, but then she kept saying...
He calls it adversity, but we know what tough times are.
All your friends going to their dads and stuff, and your dad's not there. He did bash us when we were younger.
I just don't want to live anymore.
It hurt not to be, not to have parents like other people.
What we learn at Youth Insearch camps, like this, is how to help ourselves by helping each other.
Come on, get up, dig in there!
But none of us imagined how hard this was going to be.
Right up to the top, keep on going! I think we need a bit of a group hug.
Hearing their stories of, you know, being abused and being disowned by parents and being sort of disowned by society, if you like, I get very, very choked up, and I think any human being would. But when I take them up into Kokoda, I'm going to have to put those feelings to one side. I won't be offering them any advice or assistance at all.
He means it. He's not going to help us one bit. This is only the first big climb, and he's got us walking all night.
I hate this.
You can get dirt up my nostrils.
Mum, I'm going to kill you for this.
Well, in the first couple of days, it's just chaos. The pitch blackness of a jungle, tropical downpours, horrendously steep terrain, treacherous river crossings, all happened within the first 3 days.
The first night. It's taken us 6 hours to walk a couple of kilometres.
Which way, may I ask?
We get to the top and I'm ready to sleep there, right in the rain.
Right, let's get a bit of action then.
Yeah, come on, pack up.
Charlie!
Well,
The
April,
choice is yours.
we have the choice. We can stay here for the night or we can keep going. What is it?
Don't move. I'm not cold.
Well,
Let's go then.
and I think we should put April in front so the crocodiles can eat you first.
Well,
Grew up without a mother. She died when I was 5.
G'day, I'm Travis. I'm from Newcastle. Things haven't gone my way all that often.
Because my dad was always at work. And when he was at home, he would either be drunk or bashing us.
They get disoriented, they get very tired, they hallucinate, they experience great levels of personal fear.
I have absolutely no idea which way to go.
And that's when the self-doubt then starts to set in.
So we're just coming to our first night stay. And we've just arrived in. It's really hard at the moment for me.
We don't know how far back the other group is, but we're hoping they'll catch up with us in the morning.
The time is now 5:10, and we have to get up at 6 to go again.
Going down to have a wash, or I'm going to get some beauty sleep. Thanks.
Only 5 of us made it to the first campsite. Me, April, the 2 Heaths and Chris.
Chris, come on mate, over here. To sum up, I thought you did an outstanding job last night.
But the other 5 are struggling. Alex, the head guide, brings back the news. They're okay, but a long way behind.
Are there any injuries? Are there no injuries?
No insurance.
Anybody sick?
No.
Okay, so it's just spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, well the situation today is that the other team haven't made it.
Next thing, Charlie throws out our first challenge. Do we just forget about them and go on, or go back to the mountain to help? Travis wants to go back, but we all aren't so keen.
I want to stay here and sleep. Wait for him.
If you're going to stay here and sleep, you have to help clean up the campsite. But I still need 1 or 2 people to come back with me and help the others. So, is anyone in that with me? Or
How soon do you want to leave?
well, pretty well straight away. Those that go there?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Travis, Chris and Charlie head back to help the others, but Chris only makes it halfway.
What are you going to do now?
Keep going and looking for them. Hope I get all the way. But I'm buggered.
2 hours later, Travis stumbles across them.
Why would you come back up?
To help you?
Hi there, everybody. I'm Dr. Nick. I'm your savior.
You're a girl, I'll kiss you.
Oh, well, that's all right. You can still kiss me.
At this pace, you're just not going to make it. We're effectively a full day behind schedule. This is not the hardest. This is it's difficult, but it's not hard. The one you've got this afternoon and tomorrow is really difficult. And I mean, you look pretty fresh to me. And you know, I don't think you've been putting in.
There's no stops until we get down the hill. So, got any problems with that? See me later.
I'm starting to sound like Charlie myself,
Get up and get going.
but I'm really pissed off with Elizabeth and Michael.
And be very careful too.
They're the ones who have been slowing this mob up.
I'm not sure how they're going, but I feel like shit.
My feet are absolutely murdering me, and my shoulders are just about to give way, but other than that, I suppose I'm feeling like crap.
Michael's from Newcastle like me, so I know him pretty well, and from Youth Insearch. I know he's had problems. Can't live with his mum, and his dad's in jail.
I've been finding lately that he's been adding into the letters at the end, I love you. But with my mother. I can't. I haven't heard that from her in so long.
I attempted suicide twice.
Yeah, so is it still really hard? Is this something that's happening at the
Yeah,
moment?
it's hard to learn to trust people again.
Elizabeth's only 15 and she comes from Taree in New South Wales. She says her asthma and a sore knee is slowing her down.
We'll leave here at 6:30. And we won't be stopping. There'll be no meal breaks or anything. It's now 4:45.
We had too many breaks, that's why we're so far behind.
Feel a little better. I can hardly stand on my right leg.
Elizabeth looks like she's just given up. Tonight she refuses to carry a pack. By Charlie's rules, she's a quitter, so she's the first one out of the team. And she's not taking it too well.
Get the bloody camera away from me!
No, well, we're supposed to be leaving in 5 minutes, so everyone get together now.
Now I'm starting to lose it as well.
Motivation, you can Come on, Michael! Get up off your ass now! You knew we were leaving at 6:30. Get some initiative! Get up off your ass now! I can't get me fucking boot on! Can you get the camera off?
We're angry at Michael. He's wasting time and slowing everyone down.
Michael! Michael, are you a part of this team or a part of your own? Well, you're going to have to. Now, rightio, is the time where we've got to deal with the issues that we've got with you.
It is relentless going up Irribarra Ridge tonight. It goes up and up and up and up.
So tonight we've got two problems. A bloody steep hill and Michael.
Can't make it up the hill, Charlie.
Coming up in part 2, Michael does it hard.
I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere. Can't get up the hill.
This is a leadership program that you volunteered for.
This news update is brought to you by Australia's Colonial.
Good evening. In tonight's news, the PM's Honest John tag tarnished over his about face on a GST. A man given up for dead after a shark attack turns up alive, only to face court on armed robbery charges. A woman jailed for beating her grandmother to death gets a share of her estate, and spectacular pictures of a massive quake on the sun. Details in the late news.
In the world of international business, one never knows where opportunity may lead. Yet some business travelers approach this world with confidence, not concern. You can't always identify the individuals by how they carry themselves, but you can distinguish them by something else they carry. Diners Club, the right answer in any language.
We're now coming up on the Great Southern Land. It's the middle of the night down there. It should be nice and quiet. Well, here's New Zealand. Like I said, nice and quiet.
Australia, a great southern land.
The biggest show in the sky on all Singapore Airlines services departing Sydney twice a day, every day.
And then he says, what?
What? Oh, thanks for the Coke, Mom.
Oh. Deserves respect in a long test drive. To Saab's eternal credit, it still builds personality to its products. The car offers great value when compared to its obvious European rivals. One of the smoothest, quietest, nicest cars I've driven in a while. The new Saab 9.5. Reputedly one of the safest cars on the market.
Now breakfast comes alive with your favorite superhero. There are 8 excellent superhero glasses to collect. Nutella superhero glasses. Cool.
An all-star cast, The Professional, Sunday on 7.
It's a 12-hour walk, all uphill, all at night. Michael quits after 1 hour.
I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere. Can't get up the hill.
Well, mate, you put yourself in this position. This is a leadership program that you volunteered for. And you've done effectively a day and a half.
So Michael officially gives up.
Now, how do you think the diggers would have felt?
Charlie's rules are clear. If you carry your pack, you're in.
Like this with a Jap coming over the water back down there.
But if you can't, you're out.
And you know, you had 2 choices. If you stay here, you get garroted.
But Michael just can't sit here in the middle of the jungle. He still has to get himself through another 24 hours to the next village.
We'll tell you about you have a crack at it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Good on you, mate.
I've already quit enough. I may as well try.
That's good. That's what I want to hear. Now, we'll do our best to help you. You can do a bit to help yourself, huh? Okay, that's all right.
For the rest of us, it's up the hardest climb so far.
Just think about the guys in the war that did it, they couldn't have a break. No one's having twice as much as what we are. I keep walking.
At the top, Charlie's ready to get rid of the weak ones, and he targets Christina, who begs him to keep her in.
I want to do it.
Pardon?
I want to do it.
Well, wanting to do it and doing it are 2 different things, mate.
I have to do it.
For someone who's really got her act together at home, she's suddenly out of control.
I'd just like you to hold hands with the person next to you and think about what self-esteem is to you.
You either put it and do it, or
But Charlie won't cop losers. He gives Christina a chance. But Heath duckers in even more strife.
Well, what sort of pain have you got? Sharp chest pains. You look... Okay, I think you've probably torn a muscle.
So that's that. Peace out. Only 6 left.
We walk through the night and into the next day, climbing the Maguli Range. 1,300 agonising metres.
I know by about the end of day 1 who can do it, and so you've got to keep the pressure on them. And I think the greater the challenge, the greater the sense of accomplishment. Christina, how are you feeling?
Exhausted.
Exhausted?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Well done.
How do you feel now that you're here at the top?
A lot better.
Okay, we'll brew up. Fire's going.
By the time we limp into Narrow Village, Travis has got foot rot. Really, really bad. Every step is like walking on broken glass.
Even a beautiful song of welcome can't stop our tempers blowing up.
Michael, you have no excuse. I've carried 2 bags this afternoon, you've carried 1. You are half the reason why Travis was so stuffed. You put in some effort and we'll get there faster, okay?
I'm not on this trip anymore. I'm just...
Yes, you are. Michael.
Where are you? Where exactly are you?
Village to get the plane.
Yeah, that's right, Michael. You're on this trip until you get on that plane tomorrow night. I'm very pissed off with you, Michael. I could have hit you so many times on this, but my goal is to withhold me violence, all right? Me anger. Now you start to use your initiative, start to use your goal setting, and you're on this trip. You're a part of this team until you get on that plane tomorrow, Arvo, and we wave hooray to you. Don't go silent on us, Michael, because it's the truth.
It's nearly 8 o'clock. You should have been gone at 6. So you've lost 2 hours this morning, two valuable hours in good conditions.
It's meant to be 3 hours to the next village. But it takes us 6.
Tell you fucking what? Can't wait till this is over.
Elizabeth's way behind. She's in pain and she blames Charlie.
Charlie's an arsehole. He could have got me on a plane at that other place, Nora or something. He could have got me on a plane there, but no, he has to put me through more pain. Like an arsehole. He won't even let me have a fucking cigarette. Up yours, Charlie, you can't do shit.
For the ones who are going home, this is where the track ends.
So we get out of here tomorrow morning.
But not before Charlie gives them a last blast.
We've made it more than half, I think.
Michael, I don't think you tried at all. You gave up, I think, on the first couple of steps. And I think you really need to reassess your attitude because you don't have a survival attitude at the moment. And if you were left there, you would die because you have no will to live, mate. So you've got a lot of thinking to do, a lot of very, very deep thinking to do. And it's serious stuff because you're wanting desperately, badly in those areas. Heath, I don't know, only you can answer that. You were going well. But obviously with a chest, you know, with a medical complaint like you've given me, chest pains, there's nothing I can do to keep you on until you're medically qualified. And Elizabeth, I think you don't have any will to live at all. I'm just, I didn't see any fight in you at all. I think you gave up before we even started. And what disappointed me in your performance was you didn't even try. And you didn't care. You weren't part of the team. You didn't want to be part of the team. You came on this as a leadership program. You didn't show any leadership to yourself. So you can never expect to lead others, ever, while you've got that attitude.
In the beginning, I believe everyone was supportive of each other. But over time, and how the track has taken its toll on a lot of people, they've really become, you know, quite savage at times. That's been normal for most of my life, I think. I've never really fitted in anywhere. There are times when I have felt that I've fitted in, but a lot of the time I don't. I'm used to that.
Did you do any count?
No.
To find out if the team was there?
Coming up next, Travis gets a hiding.
You know the difference between adventure and stupidity?
Yeah.
Well, what is it? You were bloody stupid, weren't you?
Yeah.
creates a make-believe future
Anything is possible.
where cloning of another human being is legal.
Will you be the mother of the clone of William Shakespeare?
Jeffrey Robertson's Hypothetical with Lisa McCune, Cheryl Kerno, Bryce Courtney, Edward De Bono and Fred Nile in incredible situations.
I thought this would happen.
And trapped by their own decisions, Westpac presents Jeffrey Robertson's Hypotheticals Monday 9:40 on 7. And for more details, by the Weekend Australian.
It's a fact. GIO Australia has introduced pay-by-the-month insurance. It's true. Now you no longer need to find your annual insurance premium in advance. Just pay monthly. And this does not just apply to home and contents insurance, because GIO Australia gives you the option to pay your car, boat or caravan insurance by the month. Call GIO on 13 10 10 now and switch your insurance to the company that gives you the convenience of pay-by-the-month insurance. And that's the way it ought to be.
Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream.
Enjoy the lighter side of life with new Kellogg's Crispix. Crispy lattices of lightly toasted corn with a hint of honey. New Kellogg's Crispix put the good in good morning.
If choosing the right vitamins is a constant hassle, now there's one brand you can turn to with confidence, Vitaplex. With our new supplement selector, you simply turn the pointer to your requirement. The supplement you've been looking for is right there in the window, and at a price that will make you feel a lot better. Vitaplex products and our free selector wheel are at your participating supermarket and pharmacy now. Vitaplex. Right vitamins, right price.
Finally, I'm home.
Maggi sauces can now be made instantly or simmered. Lots of ways to turn every day into special.
In business, it's important not to drive yourself too hard. But there are times when you do need to stretch yourself. Of course, in business, you also need to know how to play the game. But the most important thing in business is staying in touch. And that's what puts Malaysia Airlines business class in a class of its own.
Want to seek out the hottest prizes? Then get your hands on a Heat, Seek and Win game card from Inside Packs of Shapes. And in an instant, you could win a brand new BMW Z3 Roadster or one of 2 Kawasaki XI Sport jet skis, plus over 13,000 other fantastic prizes. So enter the Shapes Heat, Seek and Win competition for prizes so big you can see them instantly.
We cross into the darkness once more. The night is dangerous, and we are meant to can off so no one gets lost. But Travis has rushed on ahead. And at the top of the hill, he finds out that even Charlie's favourites can get the sharp edge of his tongue.
Travis here?
Yes, he is.
Get up. Where you been?
Been walking ahead with a guide.
What's the objective of this program?
To stay as a team.
Why didn't you? And you've bloody failed. But if they want to keep you on board, they can. So, sit down there. And they can sit around you and make up their bloody mind whether you stay on the team or not. That was a stupid bloody act. People were bloody calling out for you, worried about you, cooing for you, no answer.
I was just walking along, and next thing I looked behind, there was no one there, and I was up the top of the mountain because I was asking about the local history. Here I know I was stupid, I should have kept on counting.
I admit that I was worried about him, but I don't think that
It was a stupid thing to do, but
Yeah.
everybody deserves a second chance, so...
everybody makes mistakes.
We can't have it happening again.
Yeah. The significance of this place is that it was the site of the biggest battle of the Kokoda campaign.
When we all come down, Charlie gives us a poem about the diggers who died and are buried on this hill.
They say he came from a western state, though to us he was unknown. For WX was marked on his hat, the rest a mortar had blown. So we buried him there on the mountain spur, where the trees are draped in moss, and we thought of a mother, no news for her of that irreplaceable loss. We cursed the foe who stripped the dead, no mercy to them can be shown. So we marked his grave, so it can be read. WX, unknown.
We're making better progress now. Charlie even gives us a few minutes to cool off in a waterfall.
Oh, that's great.
We reach the next village, Naduli, and we can hear the angels singing. It's our first night off. See the next place. Can't wait to get into some nice clothes, dress, shirt.
Yeah, dry stuff. I can't wait to get to that sign that says
Actually, I
welcome to
can't wait to wear a pair of undies.
Oh, God.
Avuru Indiki is one of the few surviving fuzzy Wuzzy Angels. All Australian governments have failed to recognise the contribution that Avuru and his people made to the Kokoda campaign. And I think that's a disgrace and a great shame.
It's Travis. G'day.
Me and Heath had grandfathers who fought up here, so meeting one of the last fuzzy Wuzzy Angels is really special.
Just that everyone in Australia owes you so much, and there's just no way in the world that we could ever repay what you and your people have done for our country. Just thanks. Thank you so much.
This is an RSL badge from Australia. I was going to give it to someone in Port Moresby, but you're one of the real heroes, and I'd like to give it to you. Thank you very much.
We're back on track and feeling pretty good about ourselves. Suddenly, Heath goes missing.
Hey. Heath Livingston.
Where's he? Maybe he's gone over his ankle or something. You better get a party together and get back up there.
Yep. Do you guys know when the last time you saw him was?
When we did roll call last week,
Heath! Heath, are you okay?
Shit, he's hurt. April, go. Run. Pete, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Pete, can you hear me? Jared! Take his pole.
I knew it was fake. Shit.
I'm gonna kill you, you prick! Oh, okay, someone is gonna pay for this. Someone is gonna pay. Okay, single file.
The walk into camp should have been happy, but a new problem comes up. Chris is really upset. We've been talking about him behind his back.
He said, oh, geez, I hate Rambo, Travis. And Travis said, oh, yeah. And I caught on to it, and I said, you're using Rambo as a code, aren't you, like, against me?
He's right. We were slagging him off, calling him Rambo, because he was acting so tough.
You know, everybody has their spits.
Tonight we have to make up for it. It's not easy. The trust is gone.
Who called him Rambo?
All I said was he reminded me of Rambo.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, is saying that we shouldn't be calling you that. We do like you as a person.
How come you agreed with Faith when he said, I hate Chris?
Chris has trouble making friends, and he thinks it's his fault people don't like him. He's even made not annoying people his goal for the whole trip.
At the start of the program, you expressed this as one of your goals that you wanted to accomplish on this, was to not piss people off, in your words. Now, there's something has happened here where there's a little crack in the team. Let's repair it.
We said we like Chris himself, but we don't like the way, like, he's acting so tough and everything.
In what way do I act tough?
When we stick in a group, we all like stay behind each other. But if the track goes around a log or something that is dangerous to go over or something, you're the first one to go over the log instead of going around the other side.
You're trying not to be bossy. You're the biggest bossy bitch I've ever met.
Excuse me, Chris, can you stop there? The girls were the ones who told us to stop it and cut it out, all right? So don't go chucking shots at the girls. Chuck shots
Don't start
at
it,
us
Travis.
boys here. I'm not starting on you.
Well, good. Fuck up.
All right, then, I will.
Chris, we can make this work and we can all sort it out and we'll be best friends by the morning, but you have to help it work.
All you're saying at the moment is trying to get out of what has... You're not facing your own problems. A lot of people tell me that I'm a bossy bitch, righto?
You are.
Right. Thank
and I've
you.
been honest enough to tell you.
What was my goal? To not be bossy. What was your goal? Not to be annoying, okay?
You know, have you been bossy? Yes. And have we told you? Yes.
Yes.
And have you addressed your problem?
Yes. I'm
have I been
addressing
an
my
asshole?
problem.
Yes. Have you told me? No.
Chris.
You have not been an asshole. To tell you the truth,
Well, why would you be
the
saying
past
fuck I
5
hate Chris?
days, righto, you are the
just
one
heard
that's
why.
been dragging me up hills. You are the one that will always stay back and help somebody. You're the one that would give a torch up, you'd give a tent up, you'd give a sleeping bag up, you'd give blokes your last feed.
We're on your side, mate. We're helping you change.
You might be, they're not.
Well, let's work that out. Where I'm coming from, I think you've done a fantastic job. I told you this morning that if I went to war, I'd want you in my platoon.
I failed because they didn't let me know.
No, you haven't failed at all. You're going to make a choice right now as to whether you want to be part of the team or whether you want to be a team of one.
One meeting doesn't fix everything. We'll have to see if Chris forgives us. 4 people have already gone. Maybe Chris will be number 5.
Well, good friends for me are pretty hard to come by. And see, I thought they were all good friends. And then when I hear something like that, it's really hard.
Keep watching. When is a challenge just too risky?
Friday, a heart stopper. For the very first time,
But where's Mother?
Inspector Wexford at his most vulnerable. She must be dead. A gripping new Ruth Rendell mystery, Friday 8:30 on Channel 7.
The Honda Accord with VTEC. For those with dreams. For those with kids. The Honda Accord from 36,850.
Are you tired of doing the mobile shuffle? That's why Optus are putting new digital mobile base stations in hard-to-reach places, where you need them most, like shopping centres, office buildings, even underground train stations. Because you don't just want coverage, you want quality coverage.
Yes.
Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream.
Enjoy the lighter side of life with new Kellogg's Crispix. Crispy lattices of lightly toasted corn with a hint of honey. New Kellogg's Crispix put the good in good morning.
Good, okay, what colour is the grass?
Green!
What colour is my sweater?
Blue!
What colour are my teeth?
Beige. Off-white. Stucco. Now they're all pale.
No matter how great your smile is, don't you wish it could be whiter? Introducing Colgate Sensation Whitening. It has a special ingredient that gently breaks down stains that can discolour teeth.
Let's try this again.
For whiter teeth, Colgate Sensation Whitening.
Although Duff Creek has always been home to the onion, locals are only too aware that it's also the home of onion breath. Until now, thanks to longer-lasting PK, there's a change in the air. The clean, fresh taste of PK lasts even longer, so your breath stays fresh even longer. PK for even longer-lasting fresh breath.
It's a fact. GIO Australia has introduced pay-by-the-month insurance. Not just for home and contents, but for cars, boats and caravans. Now with GIO, the convenience of pay-by-the-month insurance. And that's the way it ought to be.
Want to seek out the hottest prizes? Then get your hands on a Heat, Seek and Win game card from inside Packs of Shapes. And in an instant, you could win a brand new BMW Z3 Roadster or one of 2 Kawasaki XI Sport jet skis, plus over 13,000 other fantastic prizes. So enter the Shapes Heat, Seek and Win competition for prizes so big you can see them instantly.
On Today Tonight, the art of haggling for the cheapest price. Beating the store salesman.
10%
We show you how to take control and save money.
How successful are you? Very successful.
6:30 tomorrow.
A new day, and we're a team again.
Okay, let's go.
Chris has decided to give us another chance. It's great. But what we don't know is that Charlie's got another exercise planned for tonight.
Okay, the challenge activity for tonight is to proceed from this location, Templeton's number 1, through to Templeton's number 2, as our diggers did during the campaign, and that's without torchlight. However, I'll allow 1 torch, which will be the lead person. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be dangerous. The exercise commences now, so I'd like everybody to turn their lights out.
He's right, it is dangerous.
Oh, cool guy.
In the dark, the track's a nightmare.
Day 9, and Kokoda is only 1 hard day's slog away, if we went straight there.
What do you think it is? Bushweek or something?
They've made a temporary bridge here, but it's fairly dangerous.
Charlie's got other ideas. A side trip. Across the gorge and up the steepest mountain so far.
The purpose of the exercise today is to firstly deliver seed to the village of Abuari. It's a village I've been to many times before, and it's off the beaten track and nobody ever goes there.
People are worrying about safety. Some of us think it's stupid doing these exercises. It only means we'll end up walking at night again.
Oh, I think there's no way I'm going to be able to make it down this hill and back up that other one. No way.
You're looking for the easy option.
I'm not looking for the easy option.
Well, there you are.
No, we're not looking for the safest option.
I think you're looking for the easy option.
Oh, so are you telling me that it's going to be okay for us to walk up and down there again?
If you stay here sitting on your bums, you're not going to get anywhere.
Halfway through Charlie's exercise, the film crew turned back. At the rate we're going, we'll be walking at night, and they reckon it's too dangerous.
We've decided not to walk in the dark anymore. What are you going to do?
Well, I guess we have to. Right, it doesn't worry me if I don't get my certificate, but it's the rest of the group as well that I have to worry about, so I guess that's the way it's going to have to go. And if someone gets hurt, they get hurt. I wouldn't like it to go that way, but it's going to have to go that way, I think.
The next message the camera crew gets is one that they didn't want to hear.
And you say there's been an accident?
Yeah.
Someone's badly hurt.
Charlie sent a message?
Yeah, sent a message.
Okay, Travis tripped on a rock and twisted his knee. It's very painful. Probably a ligament. Okay, so it sounds bad enough.
I stumbled on a tree root or something and just fell over. And I thought I'd corked my knee, but it was more like the pain was just more than a cork.
Is this a confirmation that it's simply too dangerous to be walking on the track after dark?
Oh no, this thing can happen mid-daylight. I mean, you know, how many times do people slip over during the day?
Oh, it is a bit dangerous, but everyone was comfortable with walking.
So, Travis becomes a stretcher case.
But I just want you to know, mate, you've done a fantastic job on this program. You really have. Your attitude, I think, at times has been the attitude that's got the team through the hard spots, mate, and you've done bloody well. You've got good ticker, Travis. You've got good ticker. Okay, mate? Bit of a weak knee at the moment, but good ticker. Good on you, mate. Well done.
I don't think I can imagine the team without Travis, because Travis is the one that keeps us motivated. Doesn't stop singing, doesn't stop cracking jokes, doesn't stop laughing, and he's always got a smile on his face. And he's the one that's got us moving and saying, no, we can't stop here, keep going, so who knows? Poor Travis, injured, just one day away from finishing. Talk about ripped off, and this bit's even flat, it's a piece of cake. All of us have been affected differently, and you can feel it.
Where to begin? I just feel great. Just wonderful to be able to say that I've walked Kokoda. It's just mind-blowing, really. Heaps good.
Yeah, I feel like that I can do anything. If I put my mind to it, I can get there. I'll probably start setting some goals and actually doing them, because like I know that I can do stuff now.
Finally we're there. After 10 days, 7 hours and 23 minutes on the track, we've arrived. Only half of us made it. Our clothes stink, our hair's filthy, our bodies are aching, but we're here.
Short food, orange juice.
Oh. Come and join the team.
Charlie, you're part.
Charlie. Come on, Charlie.
We'll give you my middle one. We made it.
We may have hated you at some stage with Charlie.
Conquered it, eh?
But we may have all hated you at some stage.
Did you?
God.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't pick that up.
Really?
I think it taught every single one of us something.
I'm gonna cry.
What did it teach you?
Everything.
Tell us some of it.
Just how to, oh God,
Just how to, like, you know, put up with things a lot easier, and how when you set your mind to anything that you can do it. You might think it's over, but the biggest surprise is ahead.
I don't think I've ever experienced a greater sense of personal failure than I've experienced right now.
Sunday night, an all-star cast hits hard in 7's powerful network premiere. In the blink of an eye, her family was gone.
Killed my brother.
Now, her only hope
What exactly do you do for a living?
is in the arms of a killer. John Reno.
Let the girl go.
Gary Oldman.
200 men and you can't find one man on a girl?
And Danny Aiello.
Now let's talk business.
A thriller that goes straight to the heart.
I love you too, Leah.
Sunday, 8:30, The Professional on 7.
You'll be pleased to hear that you can get 3 of these Bonds Wonder suits for under $20.
So?
So your wife just gave birth to triplets?
3 Bonds Wonder suits for under $20 until the end of May at these retailers.
Today's lesson is about eating a healthy breakfast. Some cereals provide only this much fibre. One bowl of Sultana brand, however, contains 2/3 of a 5-year-old's daily fibre requirement, helping to maintain general health and vitality. Any questions? Okay. Drop and give me 20.
Kellogg's Sultana brand. It helps kids shine.
Parents.
Are you tired of doing the mobile shuffle? That's why Optus are putting new digital mobile base stations in hard-to-reach places, where you need them most, like shopping centres, office buildings, even underground train stations. Because you don't just want coverage, you want quality coverage.
Yes.
Out here, the temperature can drop below freezing in less than 10 minutes. So if you're going to ski this season, play it safe. Firstly, make sure you're never far from reliable shelter. Always have a constant supply of warm fluids. And finally, in extreme conditions, it may be necessary to share body heat. So make sure you wake up to the snow in Victoria.
Finally, I'm home.
Maggi sauces can now be made instantly or simmered. Lots of ways to turn every day into special.
The Honda Accord V6 with VTEC. For those with drive. For those with style. For those with dreams. For those with kids. The Honda Accord V6 with VTEC.
It's a fact. GIO Australia has introduced pay-by-the-month insurance. Not just for cars, but for home and contents, boats and caravans. Now with GIO, the convenience of pay-by-the-month insurance. And that's the way it ought to be.
Next,
Having a hot flush. You're standing too close to the kettle.
when you turn 40, there's nothing like an absolutely fabulous party. Next on 7.
It's a dawn service. Anzac Day in Port Moresby. Now we've got some idea what our diggers went through on that tough track.
At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we shall remember them, lest we forget.
I believe that the greatest challenge we have in Australia, the unemployed and disadvantaged youth problem that we have, and it seems to be a lack of purpose, a lack of direction, a lack of meaning in their lives and so forth.
It's not as simple as turning us all into little diggers. Not everyone can be a hero. Now it's over, we have to think about the ones who got left behind.
I don't want to be known as a failure all my life, because my mum's going to think I failed. Charlie thinks I failed.
Lest we forget.
I don't achieve anything by setting out to break people. I mean, if I break somebody, I've failed. However, I can push them along a little bit.
But at our last day in Papua New Guinea, Charlie pushes us all too far. The only other thing we can do is all go out there and rub the bags in mud and go and all clean them together now.
He ordered us to clean the filthy packs. We thought it was our day off, but Charlie never gives up.
It wasn't a communication problem. That's bullshit. You didn't want to do the job.
For the first time, everybody disagrees with Charlie. Not because we care about doing some work, but because we don't want to be treated like kids. No one challenged Charlie at all through the whole trip. No one. Everyone would say, oh, you know, get stuff, Charlie, I hate you, etc., etc. But no one actually challenged Charlie and said, no, I don't agree with this. The one that took it the hardest was Anthony. To him, this was all a matter of principles. When Charlie was littler, you know, he went straight into the army and was taught discipline, and Anthony was brought into Youth Insearch and was taught love, respect, speak freely.
But I'm still not sure whether I want to continue with the program. I'll make my mind up and give it to you and Wes in the morning.
So the two of them just clashed head on.
Well, I don't think I've ever experienced a greater sense of personal failure than I've experienced right now. Ever.
To Charlie, it looks like his leadership program is falling down around him.
I've got your shirts. I've got your hats. And I'll leave it to you all individually to decide whether you're worthy enough to wear them.
But Charlie's been teaching us about the Kokoda spirit and the diggers, and that means not giving up on each other. We're going to go get him and bring him back here.
Even though we're only a bunch of what you might call disadvantaged youth, maybe we can show Charlie something too, about sticking with your mates.
Charlie? Charlie still needs to learn a lot. Yeah, he will learn a lot, and I can guarantee that he would have learned just as much out of us.
Youth today also need discipline, but also need their freedom to speak as well. Thanks, Charlie.
It takes us a while, but everyone's back in the room. Charlie comes around.
You have conquered, each and every one of you, something that nobody can ever take away from you.
Because we did make it, and we did get through it, and we did come in as a team, even though that we had our, you know, disputes and stuff, and we're still having one then. I think definitely that we were the spirit of Kokoda.
Even Charlie Lynn has now conceded that the young people he takes on what he calls the toughest leadership course in the world need more careful selection and more training beforehand. As you saw, there were 5 evacuated, 1 injured leg, and now Michael, the young man who pulled out 4 days into the trek, has malaria. There's no doubt this is a very tough challenge, but for all their faults, our camera team found these young Australians had just as much character as the soldiers who fought on the track more than 50 years ago. Well, that's all from me for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the programme, and I'll see you again next week at our new time of Thursday, 9:30. But for now, from me, a very good night.
Do you blokes think that the television team's wept out at all?
Merry Christmas, Paul. Yeah, lovely. Nice to be here.
Happy birthday to you.
He's fluffy.
I'm fluffy. I'm fluffy.
I tend to disagree. Now
Let's see. I can't stop now. Oh, okay. I've got you.
Big hell. Witness would like to thank these organisations for their support in sending the Youth Insearch kids to Kokoda. And if you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation to Youth Insearch, you can send it to Youth Insearch Foundation Australia, PO Box 260, Riverstone, New South Wales 2765. To contact Witness, call our free call number 1800 24 7777. You can also write, fax or email.